Jason, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 renter mistakes and how you can avoid them. So we're going to go over how to sidestep the biggest mistakes that other renters make when renting an apartment, manufactured home, or single family home. The first mistake is maintenance. So a leaking faucet is tolerable. You can put up with it, but a broken air conditioner or heater is really painful. And some landlords respond very quickly to maintenance requests, but many do not, unfortunately. So to avoid the mistake of ending up in a place where they don't take very good care of the place, ask how the maintenance request process works and ask how long it takes to respond, on average, to a maintenance request. And then when you're asking that, notice their body language if you're asking them in person, or pay attention to the tone of their voice if you're on the phone. Do they get nervous when you ask them about maintenance? Do they kind of fidget and look away? Another thing you can do is walk around and ask some of the other tenants about the response to any maintenance issues they've had. The next major rental mistake is going for a place that doesn't have very strict rental criteria. And a good way to think about this is think of rental criteria like a checklist for dating someone. The higher your standards, the better the odds that you're going to be satisfied with the people, and in this case, the place that you end up with. Landlords who have stricter rental criteria often take much better care of their tenants and their rental property, and they usually respond quicker to maintenance requests. So the insider's tip is to tell the manager that you're concerned about your neighbors and ask them what type of rental criteria they have, and ask them if all of your neighbors went through the same screening process. And you want to phrase it kind of like that because you want them to know that you're happy to go through the rental criteria process, and you want to make sure everybody else has gone through it as well. This is a big one. Mistake number 3 is looking for a place that doesn't really do background checks. A lot of landlords will either skip the background checks or they say they're going to do them to scare away bad tenants, but they don't actually do them. So background checks are really a great way to know that your future neighbors are being screened, which is important for you and the people you love to know that they're going to be around people who, at least in their past, have led pretty good lives. So the insider's tip is to let the landlord know that you're concerned about your neighbors and ask what type of background checks they run. And credit and criminal are really the best. So you can ask them what they look for in terms of credit history and criminal history to see what type of neighbors you're going to end up with. Now, mistake number 4 is renting a place that's not super clean. And when you take a tour through the property, the level of cleanliness is really important. So a dirty rental is a major red flag because how they care for their rentals is probably how they care for their tenants. I mean, if they can't be bothered to take care of their own expensive investments, like an apartment or a manufactured home or a single family home, how do you think they're going to take care of their customers? So the insider's tip is to ask for a tour and then to really look into all the nooks and crannies. Are the windows clean? Is there dirt in the corners of the floor in the kitchen? Are the bathrooms spotless? This is huge because a clean rental usually means you'll be appreciated and you'll be taken care of as a customer and a renter. Mistake number 5 is going straight to the rental or going straight to the single family home or the apartment or the manufactured home and not spending time to really look around the neighborhood. And it's kind of tempting because saving a few dollars is nice, but living in a dirty, depressing, or scary neighborhood is really bad for your mental well-being, which then ends up affecting every area of your life. I mean, if you're in a place that's depressing, it ends up affecting your relationships, it ends up affecting your job, it ends up affecting your health. So the environment you live in affects your state of mind. It's a proven fact. So paying a little bit more to live in a cleaner, brighter rental where you're surrounded by good neighbors will really improve your mood, which will improve your quality of life. So the insider's tip here is to really look around the neighborhood. Are the yards full of junk? Are the cars in good condition? Are there cars that are broken down or on blocks that look bad? Does management allow that kind of thing? And how do the people look? Do they look like friendly people? Do they look like scary people? How well is the neighborhood maintained? Is the landscaping maintained? Are things being taken care of? Because at the end of the day, you're renting more than your place. You're kind of renting the environment or the neighborhood that you're living in as well. So make sure you check it all out. And if you want to get more information, we have a free report called 7 Questions to Ask Before You Rent Your Next Place in Farmington, New Mexico that you can get. If you just go to sundownerpark.com, or you can always call us at 505-327-1671 if you are looking for a rental. And Sundowner Park is very proud to provide the nicest, cleanest, and best maintained manufactured homes and RV spaces for rent in Farmington, New Mexico. And if you haven't looked at a manufactured home, if you're just looking at single family homes or apartments, you really owe it to yourself to drop by Sundowner to check out what they have, because in many cases you get the best of both worlds. You feel like you're in a single family home, and because you don't have any neighbors surrounding you, and at the same time you don't have all the hassles of doing all the upkeep and maintenance. So you get the best of both worlds. So thanks for watching this short presentation. You can go to sundownerpark.com or call us at 505-327-1671 for more information.